Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my Sims in Bloom series. In the last part we left things off. We said we were going to go camping with Riley and Posy and some of Riley's school friends in today's episode. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing. I have already played through Friday just in my own personal time. I sent Clover to the vet clinic. We didn't get any extra stars, but we made a little bit more money, and I also hired a third employee. I have also spent some time on her aspiration here, so we have already become we've already become friends with 12 cats or dogs. I'm pretty sure we had 8 last time, or 10 or something, I don't know, but I ended up instead of treating pets at the vet, we spent more time actually getting to know pets to become friends with them, so this one has ticked off. And then I also played with Rosie last night when she came out as a ghost, and we got this one ticked off. And we also felt the love with one of our cats, so now we've got 4 out of 8, so we're getting really close. But that's all I did, and now it is 7 o'clock on Saturday. So what I'm going to do is get Posy to cancel her knitting, and we're actually going to go on a vacation with Riley and some of his friends. We're not taking any of the cats, but we're going to take Riley, we're also going to take Melina, we're going to take Haley, and I think that's all of our teen friends that we know. So off we go. Okay, so we're going to travel with these 3 and we're going to head over to Granite Falls. Okay, so I think we're actually going to pick the Forest Hideaway because there are 2 beds. I'm hoping they're large size beds, otherwise I can go in and edit it, but we're going to pick this one because there seems to be enough space for everyone. And we're going to be going for 2 days, so we'll be back on like Sunday evening, ready for school Monday. Alright, so we have arrived. This is the little, large cabin that we're staying in. I really just want to check out where the bed situation is. Alright, so it looks like we have 2 single beds upstairs, which is great, and a double bed downstairs. So I'm thinking the 2 girls can probably share the double bed, and Posy and Riley can stay upstairs in the separate beds, which is nice. But for now I'm going to come over, and Posy is going to come and thank Riley for inviting her along. So we're going to appreciate him. We're going to tell him thank you so much for inviting us along to your camping trip. I know I'm a little bit awkward, but I'm really excited to get to know your friends, and we're honestly just going to pretend that Napoleon is not here. Oh, he needs a litter box. I have to send him home. Okay, Riley's feeling a little bit better. I'm just gonna have to cheat up Napoleon's needs until we get home, unless he ends up just heading home, because yeah, I don't know how he came along. We definitely didn't select him, but he is just gonna be our little kitty on holiday, I suppose. But anyway, Posy is thanking Riley for the invite. She's really excited to get to know some of Riley's friends. There's also someone who works here, I presume. So I guess we can introduce them and say hi, but I'm really excited to get to know some of Riley's friends. Let's come over. Well, I mean, Posy knows them, but let's come over and we'll discuss some interests with Melina. She seems to be into horror movies because she was just watching one on the TV, so maybe we could come and join her. And then there's also this friend here who is Haley, who seems to be having a little bit of a chat with Riley at the moment. That's interesting. All right, now that we've seen the house, I'm pretty keen to explore the world a little bit. So I'm gonna get everyone to come into a group together. Let's form a group with everybody here. And where is the cat? I think I saw a option to send home from vacation, but I don't think I can send the cat home from vacation. Oh, there's a little campfire. That's cute. Why don't we come and invite to hang out everybody in our group, and we can light the fire and tell a story. This is so cute. Posy is telling a group story to everyone around the fire. They all seem to be really enjoying it. It's maybe not Haley as much, but yeah, Melina and Riley are definitely very involved in the story. Alright, I'll let them enjoy themselves for a little bit. Oh, Napoleon's come over. Do you have to use the toilet? I'm sorry. Okay, Posy and Melina are heading in to do some bit of cleaning, but we're just gonna leave Haley and Riley outside to chat for a little bit. Alright, we've come over to the campground to play some games with everyone. I'm hoping we can... What is this? Oh, it's for washing. Well, maybe we can play some of this shoe horsing game over here. Can we get it on? Go on. Oh, that was pretty awful, Posy, to be honest. Try again. Still bad. Oh well. What's going on over here? Haley and Riley are having a little bit of a chat together. Posey is spending a little bit of time chatting with Melina. So far, Melina seems to be really friendly towards Posey, which is nice. She hasn't had much of a chance to talk to Haley yet, but so far Melina is really nice. Posey's asking Melina how she knows Riley, and Melina's telling her that they have classes together and that the three of them, Haley, Melina and Riley, all share a class, and Posey's saying to her that she thinks she's really awesome and she wishes that they could have had class together so she could have gotten to know Melina as well. Melina's now asking Posey how she knows Riley, and I think Posey is going to explain that they've been friends, you know, for a while. They grew up together, and Melina thinks that's really questioning Posey, whether Posey is single or whether she is dating Riley. And of course Posey is feeling a little bit awkward about that question, and she's going to admit that she is not dating Riley, and she's not going to tell Melina that she has feelings for him, because she finds it a little bit awkward. But upon Posey telling Melina that she doesn't have feelings for Riley, Melina is going to express that she thinks it's a good thing and she's very happy that they're not together, because in fact Haley does have feelings for Riley. So now Posey is, you know, she's shrugging it off and she's like, oh, that's really good. Yeah, cool. They'd be so cute together. Haha, yeah, totally. But on the inside, I think she's a little bit heartbroken and she's not really sure what to do. She doesn't want to stand between them when she knows Riley doesn't have feelings for her, but she's definitely not going to be telling Melina, who is friends with Haley, that she has feelings for Riley as well. So even though Melina is really nice, we're going to keep our secret to ourselves for now, and we're just going to pray that nothing happens between Riley and Haley on this trip, and that nothing happens at all. And we're also going to hope that Riley doesn't have feelings for Haley, which will make things pretty awkward for us. So after chatting with Melina a bit, we have decided we're going to grab the rest of the gang, but it turns out both Riley and Haley have already gone back to the cabin, so we're a little bit hesitant to return to the lodging. We don't know what they're doing on their own, but we are going to take Melina with us and we're going to head back to the lodging now for some dinner and a movie with our friends. Oh, Posey has returned to the lodging and we're sort of awkwardly greeted by these two watching a movie together. We don't know whether Haley's already made her move or not, so for privacy, Posey is just going to head upstairs and do a little bit of reading up here, but luckily she can still sort of keep an eye on things because this is all open up here. So even though she can't really see them down here, she can hear all of the conversations that's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on downstairs, but this definitely looks like some sort of romantic date activity. I have no idea. Poor Posey. The one that she has feelings for might just get snapped up by another. Awkward. Seems that they have finished their activities now. Riley's heading upstairs to check on Posey. I don't think he knows what is going on, but Posey has obviously just found out that Haley is planning to make a move on Riley, so she's not going to tell Riley about the secret, but she definitely has got her eye open. He's come up to check on her though. He's a really good friend. So we'll have a chat with Riley. We'll ask him how his day went. We'll appreciate him. We'll say that we got a chance to chat with Melina today and she's really nice, and we'll ask Riley what he did. Riley is going to tell us that he spent the day with Haley and that he wishes Posey was there too, but it was nice to spend some quality time with Haley, and he thinks that she is a really great person. He's just happy that Posey got to make friends with Melina. Oh, of course, Haley is going to interrupt this conversation. Of course she is. Yeah, she's not even joining in. She's just sitting here like kind of awkwardly looking at us while these two have a bit of a chat. So even though Riley came up to speak to Posey, Haley sort of rudely interrupted and stole the conversation a little bit away from them, and she's sort of made it about herself, which is a little bit unfortunate. Posey has just come to the bathroom to take a bit of a leave, but she's also pretty tired, so she is gonna head to bed upstairs in this single bed. She's gonna tell these guys she's gonna head to bed, and she said, I'll see you when you're ready to sleep, Riley. But little do we know, they're heading downstairs. I'm not really sure where they're off to actually. Should we follow them? They left. So it's around 5 o'clock in the morning. Posey has just woken up and look who is upstairs with her. It is Melina instead of Riley, like who she thought should be bunking with upstairs. We're gonna come over and just question Melina why she ended up sleeping upstairs instead of us, and she's explaining to Posey that things got a little bit crazy after Posey went to bed last night. The gang had a few pre-adult drinks and ended up just crashing downstairs, so she made her way upstairs instead. Posey is going to have a little bit of a jog to clear her mind. She's a little bit upset upon hearing that potentially these two slept downstairs together, so she's going to go for a little bit of a jog to sort of clear her head. Returning home, it doesn't look like anyone is in this bedroom, so it's a little bit hard to see, but we're going to come over and just have a little bit of a sit down with Haley. We're going to ask her how her night was. Posey is really friendly, so there's no way that she would ever say anything, but she's going to say hi to Haley and she's going to ask her how their night went, and Haley's going to say, oh well, you know, things got pretty crazy last night. Like, we had a few drinks, and yeah, you should have stayed up later and like hung out with us. It would have been like really fun. And Posey's like, oh yeah, cool. I'm not really much of a drinker, like we're still teens, but thanks for the invite, maybe like next time. And yeah, Haley's gonna be like, well, there's no point being like a bit of a prude about it. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen, Posey? And Posey feels a little bit awkward, you know, she doesn't want to be doing any drinking, but before she can say anything more, Haley has decided to head outside to grab some food. Riley has finally made his way over, so we'll have a little bit of a chat with Riley, and I'm gonna ask him about another sim. We're gonna say, oh, what happened last night? Like, I woke up this morning and Melina was actually sleeping in the bed you were supposed to be in. Where did you and Haley sleep? So we'll come and ask him awkwardly, but again, Haley has sort of blocked us. I really like Haley. She's pretty cool. Interesting. All right, everyone's up, so I think it's time we do a little bit of activities today. I'm not really sure what we can do with this pack, to be honest. Like, why don't we come outside and play with everybody? Do some shoestring throwing. We did practice a little bit yesterday, but it was honestly like the worst practice ever. So let's get everyone to come out and have a little bit of a throw. Oh, that was pretty good actually. Oh, Haley is uninterested. She's gone away. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to spend time with us. Oh, of course he's good at it. Oh, of course he is. He didn't get it, but he's almost gotten it. Look at these two. They seem to get along pretty well. Aww. Why don't we ask her for some reassurance? We're feeling a little bit upset, so we'll ask Melina for some reassurance. And I also want to ask her about whether she has any more information for us about what happened last night. And yeah, Melina is telling Posey, oh my gosh, you know, yesterday we were talking about Haley and Riley getting together. Well, I think it may have finally happened. And Riley has no idea what's going on. He's a little bit confused. Posey's like, oh, I think it's my turn, awkwardly, but you can tell on the inside she's kind of completely broken about this whole thing. Let's go. Oh, she's crap. All right, Posey's like, all right, guys, you continue the game. I think I've had enough. I'm gonna head inside. Posey's come in to warm up and she's joined Haley on here. I think we'll just maybe watch a movie with her or something. Let's watch Sims of the Dead with Haley, and hopefully we can get to know her a little bit more. So far, she's sort of given us the cold shoulder, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, let's appreciate her. And we're going to say thanks for letting me come along on this trip. I know you probably just wanted it to be your friends, but I really appreciate you making the room for me. And Posey's going to say, oh, look, I was talking to Melina yesterday and I heard that you had feelings for Riley. Like, are you guys planning to go out or anything? And ooh, oh my gosh, and Haley's just started yelling at us, telling us to stay away from Riley. Posey's like, what are you talking about? And yeah, Haley is like, I know, I can see the way you look at him, stay away from him, like we've got something good going, and I can't believe that he invited you along to this trip. Like, I thought, like, me and him have something together and he's invited another girl. And Posey's trying to explain that they're just friends and that she has nothing to worry about. But Haley doesn't believe a word of it. She's telling Posey that she is a snake and a homewrecker. Posey's pretty upset. She doesn't understand how she can be a homewrecker to a relationship that doesn't even exist yet. But after that conversation with Riley, ooh, it's not looking good. And I mean, Haley's just gonna, you know, walk off and probably go hang out with Riley a little bit. Cat, seriously. But yeah, Posey's feeling a little bit awkward after that conversation. I think she's gonna take herself upstairs and just, you know, do a little bit more knitting. I guess we can make a plant holder. So Posey has decided to take herself away from the tension and she's come upstairs to knit a little bit. She's feeling a little bit upset that Haley sort of attacked her, saying that she could see that Posey had feelings for Riley, which, you know, it is true, but Posey has never once acted on those feelings, but she can't control how she feels on the inside. And she knows if Riley wanted to be with Haley, that Posey would support their relationship, because at the end of the day, she doesn't want to lose her best friend. So she doesn't understand why Haley is so, like, insecure and upset about Posey being on this trip, because they are just friends. But you know what? That's just the fact of life. She's obviously jealous, so we're just gonna have to play nice until this trip is over. We still have one night together, and yeah, awkwardly Haley has come down to have a nap in this queen size bed again, so I'm really hoping Riley doesn't share the bed with her, especially after the way he acted. And I don't know, can we even confess in Melina about the whole situation? Because at the end of the day, she is Haley and Riley's friend before she's Posey's friend, so I think Posey's just going to have to sit tight, stay away a little bit. And yeah, even though things are a little bit awkward, I guess that's how it is. But yeah, she's going to finish off her knitting for now. It is only 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm wondering if we could maybe head out with, you know, Riley, or just by ourselves and do a little bit of something or other. Maybe we'll come down here and do some fishing, but we can't. It's too cold. Snow is starting to melt though. All right, Posey is finished her knitting. I think I'm going to get her just to go for a little bit of a cloud gaze, just to clear her mind a little bit. You know, she came on this camping trip in the first place to get her head around the situation that's going on with possibly meeting her aunt that she's never met before, and also her father. So that's the reason she wanted to be here, and it turns out that she can't even have a second for herself to kind of think this over, because she's just been inundated with crazy people thinking thinking that she's trying to stir up trouble. So she's going to have a little bit of a cloud gaze by herself. I don't think she's going to bring up the whole situation with Riley, at least until they get home, because we don't want to make things awkward. And we don't even know like what's happening between Haley and Riley, but she's just in the bath by herself. I think these two outside are still playing their game. I don't know who's winning at this point. It must be pretty tied up if they're still going at it. All right, it's getting a little bit late. Posey's getting herself some food. Riley is coming to grab something for himself as well, but he's not going to stop and chat with Posey. I'm not really sure why. He's going to come inside and eat instead. He might just be cold or something, but I think it's nice if we all come over and hang out at the fire together. So we're going to take all 3 of us over to the fire, and we're going to have some marshmallows and tell some group stories. Even though things are pretty awkward between us and Haley right now, we're not going to let that affect the trip. We just probably won't talk with her. So I want everyone to roast some marshmallows. Ooh, she's flirting with him. She's actually flirting. Guys, what the heck? Oh, and he's gone, so she's off too. I guess it's just us by ourselves then. He probably went to finish off his game, but yeah, Haley doesn't want to stay with us. Yeah, he's gone to finish his game. That's so funny. He's still playing. Oh, Melina's finally called it quits on the game, and she's come over to talk to us. How you doing, Melina? She's feeling pretty tired. Let's appreciate her. We're going to ask her for some reassurance. I think she can tell that Posey's a little bit down, so she's asking her what's wrong. She's like, oh, you seem really gloomy today. Are you feeling okay? And Posey is going to tell her, like, yeah, I'm okay. I had a bit of a butt-in with Haley, but I think it was just a misunderstanding, so I hope we can resolve things. And Melina's going to say, yeah, she's a little bit hot-headed, but I wouldn't, like, take what she says too seriously. And she's like, well, maybe I'll go chat with her. And she's going to head off and have a chat. But I think everyone's sort of like headed to bed now because they're all up pretty late last night. Yeah. Oh, Haley is in the bed over here. That's kind of awkward. And of course, Melina's come up to the single bed again. So I don't really know what that means for us. But it sort of just leaves us and Riley as the only ones awake tonight. Let's go over and ask him for some reassurance because we're feeling a little bit upset. So we're chatting with Riley. He's really just you know, being his absolute goofball self like he always is. You're really great, Riley, he says, and he's gonna head inside to go to the bathroom. So Prezi is just like all by herself again. I think she's probably could use a trip to the bathroom. So I will send her there now after Riley goes, probably. Oh, she's gonna go upstairs. That's all right. And now we're gonna make our way downstairs and watch a little bit of a movie. Riley is still awake, and I think he probably will sleep on the couch tonight unless he decides to sleep with Haley. So we're gonna spend some time watching a movie with him. Things are never awkward between these two because they've been best friends for the longest time. But I don't know whether I want Posey to mention anything to him while they're still on their holiday. I'm pretty like, I think we should ask him for some reassurance. Maybe we can tell him a whisper about our crush. Now that these two finally have some alone time together, they're gonna sort of chat a little bit about their holiday. I think Posey's just said, do you think I'm smart? Yes, why do you even have to ask? Oh, she's probably referring to meeting her aunt, and I think he thinks that's why she's a little bit upset. He goes, you know, has this holiday been a little bit of a distraction for you? And she's like, oh yeah, definitely been a distraction in more than one ways. It definitely has, from the issue at hand. And yeah, he's a bit of a goof. He doesn't really understand what's going on, but yeah, okay, right. And he's gonna head to bed now, so I think we're gonna head to bed ourselves. At least this time we know he's sleeping on the couch. I think she's set this up on purpose, so he has nowhere to sleep. He's gonna have to come and share the bed with me. And yeah, obviously Melina's on that as well. She doesn't know how Posey feels about the situation, so it's not a big deal. But Riley is gonna be respectful and sleep on the couch downstairs, and everyone's gonna have a nice night of sleep, and I'll get everyone up in the morning. Alright, I'm gonna wake Posey up now, get her to head downstairs and grab some food. Looks like Riley's gone for a little bit of a walk this morning, and Haley is up, so let's do our best to avoid her. Let's come and eat this dish because it's not spoiled yet. But we've only got 4 hours left on our vacation. Everything is really, really stinky, so I'm gonna get Posey to clean up once she's had some food. We will not dare speak to Riley in Haley's presence after what happened yesterday, so we're just gonna sit by ourselves sadly and eat our food, really sadly looking. Aww. I think everything has sort of piled up on Posey a little bit. She's got a lot to think about in her personal life. Boys and friends and family, like there's just nothing seems to be going her way at the moment, but you know, that's just being a teen, isn't it? Oh, she wants to cloud gaze with Riley. I guess we can see if he wants to cloud gaze. Where is he? He's down here sleeping. Let's come wake him up. Morning, sleepy pants. It's time to wake up. Oh, okay, let's cancel and end our vacation and we'll head home. Back home now. Napoleon's back home now. Posey is not in the best mood. Is Clover around? Yeah, she's over here. Why don't we get Clover to come over and ask Posey how she's feeling? So she's asking her about how her trip went. Posey is telling her that, you know, she had a really good time. She made a new friend, Melina, and she thinks she's really cool. And Posey is going to tell Clover that unfortunately it looks like Riley has a relationship with another one of the girls there. Clover's gonna ask Posey if she's feeling okay. Obviously Clover knows that she has feelings for Riley, so she's gonna say, like, you know, are you upset at all? Do you want to take the day off and we can do some girly things together? And Posey's like, yeah, I think I'll just stay home today and relax. Me and Riley didn't really get too much of a chance to hang out while we were there because I was sort of like blocked a little bit by the other girl, but you know, if he has feelings for her, I am happy for him, and I just, you know, at the end of the day, I just want him to be happy even if it's not with me. And I'm sure I'll find someone one day, but I'm just glad that, you know, he seems to be happy. And Clover's like, yeah, that's my girl, like don't make the same mistakes I did and get yourself caught in the middle of something. So yeah, good job. And yeah, Clover's really proud of Posey for her actions, but poor Posey, she's absolutely like kind of distraught about it. Like, even though she knew that Riley may have not had feelings for her like she had for him, she's really upset that the other girl, Haley, sort of like attacked her out of nowhere, you know, insinuating that there was something going on between them two, because now she feels like she's been put in an awkward situation. So yeah, I don't know. Oh, Melina's come to visit. Hi Melina, what are you doing here? Yeah, come in. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this one here, but it is ending on a good note with Melina coming over to hang out with Posey, which is really cute. I think Hailey probably told Melina that she had a bit of a snap at Posey, and so Melina's just come to check on her, because even though her and Hailey are friends, she does really like Posey as well, because Posey is honestly just like the most genuine person in the entire world, so it's nice that Melina's come over to visit. But I am going to leave this one here now. I hope you liked today's episode. I know we were supposed to be having a nice trip out camping to think and dwell on our current issues, but instead we were given a bad hand, and now we've got more and more issues stacked upon the ones we already had. So Posey is going through it at the moment. Obviously we find Riley extremely attractive, but he is just our good friend. There is no relationship or romance looking in that direction, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. And we've got a good friend with our lovely Melina now, and we've got these cute little sentiments of us cooking together, which is nice. So I'm glad we at least have a friend. In the next episode, I don't know, I guess we'll figure it out as it comes, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also leave me some comments below on what you think we should do about this Posey Riley situation, and also don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.